Hello Rad, my name is Uber and I would like to welcome... I would like to welcome you back in Crankshaft Platinum Edition. We are back with Spike's story, so the first ever community event that is telling us a story about the game, but also the last community event before release of Dying Light 2. And as you can see, few things have changed since last time. But yeah, I decided to change things up a little bit. If you will go into our options and into game and then post-process, we've got black and white filter that we can apply. And I thought that it would be quite fitting for Spike's story community event because it's all about like black and white, at least from the promotion materials and so on that they've been showing us. But let's talk about the event. What has changed, what is new. So previously we had those guys that were helping us, but they didn't really manage to get out alive from this situation, and right now all the survivors that were helping us previously are right now virals. So that's pretty shitty. Also, because of that, there are a few more virals going around. From what I've been trying to figure out, running around and trying to just start this episode, there are around like twice as many, if I recall correctly, so quite a lot of them. But also game is telling us that viral rush will start soon. And as you can see, virals are coming. And if you don't know, viral rush is just this weird effect that the game is applying, where there is just a shit ton of virals, not only spawning in, but also when you are just running around and there are biters everywhere, they are all turning into virals. So that's quite interesting. But yeah, that's not right now, because right now we're in part 2. And part 2 will last till 3rd of February. And Dying Light 2 is launching at 4th of February. So just timing is just a little bit off. Don't you think so? Because we will have like only one day with that community event, with the third part, also called the ending. Just a little bit weird. But okay. In previous part 1, we had this cool looking weapon that is pretty shit in terms of damage, that is called Crankshaft. And right now we can get additional upgrades to that, but not really additional upgrades because those are just different weapons. We can get right now Spark Plug and Alternator. So if we'll go to our quests and scroll down a little bit, here we've got our community event, like local community event. If we'll kill enough zombies with electricity, we'll get Alternator. If we will get airdrops, we'll get Spark Plug, and that's like second stage, and that is first stage of this Crankshaft weapon. And also we can kill virals and we will get elemental C4 bundles. They've been quite often featured in the community events, but alright, that's cool. But the cooler thing is those two weapons. I really would like to figure them out, what's going on with them, because if we take a look at Crankshaft, it is dealing not really a lot of damage. If you compare it to the weapon that I'm running with currently, that is dealing over 2000 damage, and you see weapon that's dealing not even 400 damage, that's quite a big difference, you know? So I do wonder how those the other two weapons that we'll be getting from that community event will compare for that. But there's also an interesting thing in that you are supposed to kill zombies with electricity and virals with elements. Okay, that's cool, but what are elements? Because I'm just not really sure about it right now. Because if you look at my weapon that I've got right now, it is upgraded with both fire and electricity elements. But it doesn't count as killing zombies with elements. Okay, also we've got that bow that we can shoot different types of arrows that you'd think are elemental damage, right? We've got electricity, fire and explosion. Not really, that's also not the case. I've been trying to kill a few zombies with that is just not working. I guess we can also like craft up some exploding, freezing, burning, whatever, throwing stars, because if you look at a skill tree, here we got elemental throwing star skill that we unlocked quite a long time ago. So what assume that those effects that those throwing stars are dealing, so freezing, burning, exploding, would count as elemental damage, but I just haven't been able to check that out. It's just a little bit weird, but I do feel like weapons should be dealing elemental damage. Not only because they are just elemental damage, right? But also because during this community event, all the electric modifications for the weapons are dealing more damage. So you would think that those two things would cooperate with each other. So we'll see about that. But yeah, right now I would like to visit one quarantine zone because I just need 4 more airdrops to be able to give them to Spike and get this new weapon that I would really like to check out. So let's quickly do that. We'll go to my favorite quarantine zone. And on my way over there, I would like to tell you a little bit more about what's going on with this event. So I have told you already what's going on right now in terms of what you have to do, what has changed since the previous part, and so on. But there's also more story that we've got to talk about. So if you remember in the previous part, the first part, game was telling us that because we killed Thrais, there is a shit ton of chaos going on around the streets. And because of that, Spike is trying to save survivors, help them out, give them shelter, and so on and so on. But right now the game is telling us that Spike is trying to get them out of Harran. And it's just a little bit weird, because for the whole game we've been trying to, we were helping survivors that were trying to get out of the city. And it seemed like it was a big deal getting out of the Harran. For example, we had this quest with, all the side quests with Tolga and Fatim, dealing with that trouble, right? Getting out of the city. But also we had this quest with governor of the province, or previous governor of the province, that wasn't able to get out because he got beaten. But after that, he managed to find a way. So yeah, it seemed like quite a big deal. But right now, Spike is just figuring out a way out. Just a little bit weird, But screw that, I guess. I just wonder how that will tie into what we can see in the game later on, because I always assumed, and I guess probably most of the people, that following is happening a little bit after the main story, right? Because I would assume that at the end of the main story, we are going into Rice headquarters, we are looting all the anti-zine, and we are living nice and calm life in the quarantine zone. What the fuck is going on? At least that's what I assumed was happening. And after that, in the following, we are trying to figure out the cure because we are running out of anti-zine, right? And so there will be at least 1 year of a gap, something like that. But right now, the game is telling us that immediately after we kill Thrais, survivors are getting out of Harran. So why we are not getting out of Harran ourselves? What's going on with that? The story is just getting a little bit murky in here, I feel like. This event seems a little bit rushed off. I don't really know how to describe it. Because it's just a little bit weird. What's going on right now with the story. Because they are adding something to the lore of the game 6 years after release. So quite a long time has passed, and right now they're trying to fill the gap that feels just a little bit off. It feels like they didn't really thought about it too much. I don't really know. I don't feel like that's a good addition to the story, because that just feels like there is a lot of stuff that is missing, Pretty weird stuff. But I will not say anything else about the story with this community event right now, because we should probably wait till the end of this community event to see what will be going on with the story. As I said probably in the previous episode about this community event, so with the part 1, I do assume that they are setting up the story so that there are survivors that are getting out of Harran, and then they could return in Dying Light 2. At least I hope so. So we'll see how that will turn out in the end, in the final part of this community event. Okay, so right now we should have 11 airdrops, so plenty enough to visit Spike and give him all of those. So let's quickly go over here and let's see what's going on with that. Let's see that brand new weapon that probably is a little bit better. We should also see a lot of vrials running around the city, but there just aren't here. Also, a very interesting thing is that the game is telling us two different things about the state of the game right now, because it is telling us that, well, in like the description of this community event on TechlandDG or during the game when you are launching it, they are telling us that GRE will be sending no more airdrops because Rise is dead. Okay, and after that, in the description of like very specific elements that are happening during this community event, they are telling us that the airdrops rate will be decreased. But it's just a little bit weird because most of the players, when they are playing through this community event, are probably doing that after the end of the main campaign. I would assume, at least. So they are at the point where there are no more airdrops in the main campaign, only in the following DLC. So that's just a little bit off. But screw that. Let's visit Spike right now. Let's see what he's up to right now. Since I started this game today, he's sitting constantly at the same location. So I don't know if that's just a bug, because usually he's moving through 3 places, over there, over here, and over there. But maybe that's a feature. Maybe he'll just sitting here. I don't know. Let's level the drops. He's also giving us constantly those trap bombs, so very, very nice. Maybe that will count as... wait. Maybe that will count as the elemental damage. I don't really know. But right now, we should see in the inventory something else. Wait. Okay. It didn't count the airdrops from the quarantine zone. Oh, that's interesting. Okie dokie, so it is not counting the airdrop, or the drops from the quarantine zone that we are picking up, but it's counting the ones that I picked up from the chests that are around the city, that are protected by Rice's soldiers. Okay, that's quite interesting. Okay, so let's go for a little bit of a hunt for those airdrops. Well, not really airdrops, because they are just stationary. But okay, I will not argue with that. Let's grab those drops. Excuse me, I need you. Let's see. Okay, there's also viral coming. Okay, but so far only one. Okay, also he exploded, great. Okie dokie, let's try to quickly grab this drop. Presumably all the zombies should not be really focusing on us right now. Nice. Okie dokie, and let's see, that should be second drop. Let's check that theory. Let's drop down and let's see. Yeah, that counts as airdrop. That's very weird. Okay, let's see. We have one more on the map. Okay, just one more on the map. Okay, 2 more. So they also decrease the amount of drops that are just generally speaking on the map, not only the airdrops. Okay. That kind of begs a question, what is happening in the countryside right now? Because in countryside we've got normal rate of the airdrops. At least we should have. Okay, that's interesting. Probably we'll go over there and quickly check that out. At least that's the plan for right now. But here getting airdrops right now will be quite annoying. Okay, but I guess decreasing amount of the drops that Rice's soldiers are protecting is kind of fitting in terms of the story, because we killed Rice and so on and so on. So because of that, there probably are less soldiers that are protecting those. Okay, a little bit weird. Let's see. We should go a little bit further for this airdrop. It should be somewhere around here. Okay, let's see. Oh, that is the one that is hidden inside. Okay. That might be interesting one to get right now during the viral rush. Okay, let's see. I completely forgot how we are getting in. That might be a little bit of a problem. Okay, for sure not like that. Let's see, was it here? Oh, shit. Okay. First, let's take out the spitters. That would make it just a little bit easier. Probably I would guess there will be a lot of virals coming in. Okay, he just exploded himself. Great. Let's see. Let's try to take out that guy rather silently so that will not attract more virals. Let's see. Okie dokie. There are for sure virus running all around the place. Okay, let's see. Okay, they are coming for us right now. Okay, it seems like they don't really know where to go for us, because they are starting right beneath us. And they can for sure climb right here. That is just a little bit weird. Okay, let's change back to our melee weapon and let's see. Okay, now they can see us. Okay, a little bit weird. Okie dokie, how are you doing? Okay, let's quickly hide and let's quickly grab that airdrop that we've got right here. Wait, where is that? Here? You are telling me that that's that? Okay, that will not count as airdrop. Okay, a little bit weird. Just a little bit weird. Okay, let's see, where is that sweet spot? Right around here. And that doesn't count as airdrop. Okay, so that begs a question, what are we doing right now? I think that I will try to go to the countryside, loot few airdrops over there, and then we'll return and get the final airdrop in here on camera. So, give me just a little bit of a time, I guess, right now. And, well, I will see you in just a moment where we have the final airdrop, and probably when I will figure out what's going on with that elemental damage. Because as you can see, either arrows or weapons are not dealing elemental damage, it seems, right now. A little bit weird. But okay, give me just one moment. Okie dokie, I am back, and I think that my brain melted just a little bit while trying to figure out what is elemental damage in this game and what isn't. Because as you can see right now, we'll be trying to farm up those zombies, because right now electric arrows seems to be elemental damage, where they weren't before. As before recording this episode, I was trying to kill few zombies using those, either electric or fire ones, but it didn't really work out. But as you can see right now, it is working. I don't know what the fuck has happened. But okay, let's tell you a little bit of a story. So as you can see right now, we are trying to kill the zombies using electricity, and because that will give us alternator, so one of the weapons that we are trying to get. But also, if you remember correctly, we've got another quest that we've got to do with that community event that requires us to get airdrops. And those airdrops cannot be drops. There has to be airdrops, so we've got to open up the chest. And open up the chest is the keyword here, because you've got to open up the chest. You don't have to get the drop from the inside. You have to open up the chest for that to count. And that got me thinking, okay, so what if we'll go to boss accord, for example? So place we've got a shit ton of those chests, right? What happens then with that? Well, I had 8 drops collected. I was running around the countryside, I was running a little bit around the old town, and so on and so on. And the keyword here is head, because it turns out that if you go to boss accord, it resets your progress with this community event. Your progress with the airdrops. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sort of sense. But it got reset. But I managed to figure out a pretty easy way to get those drops, to get those airdrops count going up while not even picking up drops. So I'll show you that in just a moment, right after we'll kill all of those guys, at least one more. Yes, we've got one more. We've got even 2 more. And in theory, we right now should have something cool in inventory. Okay, maybe that will be docked after the event. Let's see. Shock and oh. Yeah, it seems like that will be docked after the event. God damn it. Okay. I was kind of expecting that because of the global count that we've got right now going on. But screw that. Okay. So if we'll not get the alternator, at least let's get the spark plug. So let's change back to our normal weapon. Let's go back to the quest and let's change to wait, that one. So right now I have 7 airdrops, so I almost went back to the level that I had before adventure with the boss accord. So let's see, let's get the fuck out of here and let's go very, very close by, because if you remember, there is a very interesting drop right here, hiding. That is just resupplying every once in a while. And the drop is very special because it is here no matter if you are just starting in the game, finishing the game, if you still have airdrops in the slums, it doesn't really matter. It is still here waiting for you. And it is resupplying every few days. So in theory you could just sleep for a few days, go back and get another drop. But as I said to you, this community event is only counting if we are opening up those drop chests, right? As you can see, already looted that, there is no drop inside, it's opened. Okay, so let's quickly go to the tower, let's sleep through the night and let's return here and let's see the magic happening. And that's really cheaty way of doing it. Probably I wouldn't even consider doing that if it wasn't for the fact that the game reset my progress. Well, I was driving and running around Dying Light for around like 1 hour, trying to get those airdrops. That was pretty annoying that the game just managed to reset my progress. So that's why I'm going with this cheaty little way. So as I said, let's quickly sleep through the night. That also makes me wonder if this community event wasn't rushed, because that seems like something that they should have checked. Like, if you go during the community event in the boss accord, that is resetting your progress. Like, come on. At least you can go into the countryside and it does not reset your progress. So that's cool. Also, it's not resetting progress of every other goal that you've got to accomplish, right? So it is just a little bit weird. It's only specific to the airdrops. Very weird situation, but screw that. Okie dokie, it's right around the corner. There are always few viruses spawning in. It doesn't really matter if there is that community event going on or not. There are always few viruses spawning in. But okay, right now let's open that bad boy up. There should be nothing. Oh, there is even drop inside. Okay, but as you can see, we haven't picked that up, and our airdrop count has went up. So that's what I has been doing after getting fucked by the game while going to the boss accord. So let's do it 2 more times. Let's get the spark plug. Let's see how does it compare to our previous weapon, so Crankshaft. And let's see if it was even worth it. Because right now, it is way past midnight. And I started recording this episode way before midnight, so that kinda sucks, being honest. So let's try to quickly finish that off, and then let's finish this episode. But before that, of course, let's figure out if that weapon is really worth it. So yeah, I'm just sleeping through the whole fucking day. So to the night, and then through the night. And that should reset your world, basically. So every opened chest and so on is, well, being closed. It doesn't mean that the loot will reappear, as you can probably guess, because that would be very, very, very cheaty. But it allows us to kind of bypass this weird ass event that we've got right now. Sleeping is also not replenishing your drops in the old town, so if you would like to do it like that, and it doesn't really work like that. The only thing that I found, other than waiting a few days, is going into the quarantine zones, because that is always... oh, okay, nothing was here before, nothing was here right now. As I was trying to say, going into quarantine zones is always resupplying all the drops that are in the old town. So if you already went around the whole map and you would like to go again, just visit one quarantine zone. Just visit, go in, get out, and you can have all of those drops that are protected by Rice's soldiers again. So yeah, that's also kind of cheaty way to do it. But let's sleep through the whole fucking day one more time. Let's get that drop, and we should have this new weapon in our inventory. Also, it is kind of weird that they're giving us weapons, not blueprints. Right? Because if you've got weapon, then you can only use it like finite amount of times. After that, you either discard it or you're looking for the blue shield guy. So, special escort mission that will let you repair your weapon afterwards. So that's just a little bit weird, considering that all the rest of the weapons that we are getting that are Dying Light 2 themed, we are getting blueprints. So the Wasp and Last Hope, we are getting blueprints for that. So why for Crankshaft we are getting only weapon? Weird. But we'll see that Alternator. Maybe Alternator will be blueprint weapon. We'll see. But for right now, let's see. And when those viruses are dropping into that water, they are constantly drowning. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. Oh, that's crafting recipe for... Whoa. Okay, let's see. Where is that? Okay. Because in the previous edition of the previous part of this community event, the game was telling us you will get Crankshaft, and we got the weapon. And right now the game is telling us that we will get Spark Plug. It is giving us blueprint. We can craft it from Crankshaft or melee weapon. Like any melee weapon. Okay. Any melee weapon in the game, it seems. Okay, that opens up a lot of possibilities. That might be worth it. God damn it. Okay, let's see. So let's quickly go back one more time to the tower. I should have few good weapons in the storage. Let's see. Also, I do wonder if, for example, if we work on the weapons that are broken, for example, because I've got like Volatile Hunter's Sword that is really good damage. So let's quickly check that out. Let's see. We've got Crankshaft, so of course let's check that out. Though I would like to kinda keep it for like the nostalgia reason. We've got that golf club, that was kinda good weapon. Got this dark sickle. Let's see. That Voltai Hunter sword. Let's see, something good. Mighty Kukri, not really. Premium katana. Okay, let's see. You've got something good. Superior sword. Not really. Okay, you don't have anything interesting. Okay. Let's see. Blueprints available. And let's go down into the spark plug. Okay, we can of course craft it from the crankshaft, and that will lower the damage, but it will up the repair times. But why you are taking damage away from me? I don't understand that, but alright. Okay, let's craft it out from the premium katana. Let's see. Oh, maybe the crankshaft has only 7. Yeah, it seems like the crankshaft only has 7 repair slots. Okay, let's craft it from right here. Okay, interesting stuff. Okie dokie, let's go into our inventory and let's see. And we've got spark plug. Okay. Of course, that is doing not the same kind of damage that the weapon that I'm currently using, so it will not work on modified weapons. Okay. Interesting thing to note. Let's upgrade that. We've got 4 upgrade slots. Oh boy. Okay, let's go with barbarians, for example, or brawlers. Oh yeah, handling would be pretty important on this weapon. Let's go. And brazier. 1 more handling. Not really. Champion. Handling and durability. Duelist. Handling. Okay, maybe let's go with barbarian. Okay, convert the upgrade. Okay, that's respectable kind of damage. Okay, so let's see. I do wonder right now if if killing with that weapon would count as killing with elemental weapon, with elemental damage. Well, that looks cool. That looks goddamn cool. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. There should be few virals running around. Let's see. We can. Okay, I don't have any firecrackers, and that should work no matter what. Okie dokie. Do we have virals here? It seems like we've got virals here. Nope. No virals. Just those guys that we can take out. Okie dokie, but right now something is coming for us. Okie dokie. Well, that is not counting as elemental damage. Okie dokie, but we can at least swing it a little bit. And yeah, I am really happy because that is blueprint. So we can craft as many of those as we can, as we want. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade that even further, because for example with the last hope we're able to craft it up even further, but okay, with this one we cannot really do it. Okay. But yeah, it seems very cool and very capable. Of course it will depend strongly on what type of weapon you will use to craft it up. But yeah, that makes it very capable weapon. Comparable, I think, to the Last Hope and the Wasp. I think. So that's very cool. Okay. Of course we would have 4 kings and so on. That would make it totally different weapon. Much better and so on. But for right now, I think that will work out quite well. If I'll find a gold weapon, I will probably use it to make one of those. just for like the souvenir from this event. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm really happy with that. Let's see. Okay, that is not counting as elemental damage. Trap car is not counting as elemental damage. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, last zombie that will kill. Let's go back into the tower and then we'll be ending this episode. Hello. Okie dokie. I said last enemy that will be killing, but it didn't really work out. Okie dokie, so that's pretty good weapon. Pretty happy with that. I kinda would like to see the alternator, how that will look like. Because if the game will be giving that as docket, then that will probably be blueprint weapon, right? So the one that we can craft up. So how it will compare to the spark plug that we've got currently. Okay, let's also quickly turn back the colors because you probably would like to see the texture on that. Well, it looks interesting. Let's see, let's quickly drop that. Well, it looks interesting. Very similar to the crankshaft, that's for sure. Well, it's based on the crankshaft, I guess. So that's that. Okay, interesting stuff. I'm still a little bit shocked that we are getting blueprint for that, because I was kinda prepared for getting another weapon that we can only use finite amount of times. But that's very cool surprise to have. Okie dokie, so looking at this beautiful banner that is promoting Dying Light 2, that is coming out in just few days, will be a next episode right here. So if you liked it, give it a like. If you can have tips, tricks, ideas, stuff like that, give me a comment. And if you want to see more content like that, then please subscribe. That will be it for this episode, so thank you for watching. And of course, see you in the next one. Bye bye.